Okay, guys, my microphone's out, so I had to break out this O one that I have to hold up to my mouth for you to hear me. But this is I'm not going to say it's an A for V success, but, through listening to, um, you know, uh, Gordon Hall and Brandon and Tim Turner, I have grew a new understanding to what that's all about. And I'm going to share this success story I had with you today with my power bill. Um, I had I guess a disconnect for 186 slated yesterday. All right. And I did all this over the phone. You just really have to understand the message. It's not about your paperwork. It's about being a creditor and not a debtor. See, you have the power, to move things. We are the currency. So let me tell you how I did this, because it's I don't know. I was a little intimidated, but I felt very comfortable with what I was saying. All right, so I called the lady up, customer service lady. She said, well, your bill's already due. There's nothing you can do but pay the bill. Bam. So she hit me over the head like that. Well, actually, she gave me some numbers saying, call these people. Maybe they can assist you. And I even asked her, I said, well, how are they going to assist? Well, all they're doing is floating it. They're making a promise to pay, and then they get the money in 6 months or whatever. But they want your social security number. They want all this information. So, I'm kind of, thinking, I'm asking a few questions because, they're asking for the social and all that, and just what I've learned so far. So I called the numbers up. Them people were just totally defeated. I mean, it sounded like they ain't had money. They're not going to get money. And matter of fact, the first person I called, and it began with a Sally and end with a V. And Sally's militant, marching, soldiering people. The names in there. Sally V. I called them, and the lady actually hung up on me after she gave me her information. I mean, and not trying to be rude to me, but she was so depleted with dealing with calls like that. I could just see, just when I said it, she just, all the air went out of her, and she just said what she said and hung the phone up. So the next place, you're just straight getting a busy tone. And these world of commerce now, I mean, who gets a busy tone? If you're in the business to do something, then you have phone systems that hold the calls. So I understood what that was. So while I was on the phone, I did a little creative thinking. I said, wait a minute. This account I had to pay a $540. They call it a deposit. I called it a security bond on this account. So I thought about it. I gave the lady a call, and I ran it by. It was a nice lady. Everybody was very pleasant, actually. It's really on your approach, on how you approach people is what you're going to get out. I told the first place, she said, well, there's nothing I can do. And I said, well, see, I understand. I said, well, here's the concept. So let me lay it out. I said, why don't we take that security bond that's in your office, bring the account down to a zero balance, and then I replace the security bond in 30 days. Now, she said, oh, well, I ain't got the power to do that. I can't do that. That money is a security. I can't return that money. Well, I'm not asking you to return that money to me. That money's going to stay in your office. What you're going to do is you're going to take that, and I start telling her what she was going to do. You're going to take that security bond. You're going to bring your balance down to a zero balance, and I'll secure, or I'll replace the bond in 30 days. So she said, I can't do that. Well, I said, you know, because the account's in escrow, because it is an escrow for people who don't know, because the account's in escrow, you know, they can't really spend the money because it's not theirs. So I know it have to be there. Somebody had so let me speak to someone. So she gave me a supervisor, which I guess she kind of explained a little bit to her. But then when I got the supervisor on the phone, the supervisor telling me, well, we really can't deposit, we really can't return your money back to you until after this certain day. Well, I said I'm not asking for any return on the. What I'm asking you to do is to bring your account to a zero balance from the bond, and I'll replace the bond in the future in 30 days. In that 30-day mark, we will be at a zero balance, win-win on both sides. So she said, she got off the phone and said, well, here, let me check, let me do this, let me do that, let me do this, and bam, she got back on the phone. I got the remedy I created the remedy. It was not quite like I wanted, but she was able to take a portion of the deposit and apply it to the bill to still bring it down to a very, very, very minute obstacle. But my point was to have power and not have it disconnected. So, you know, when you're thinking of a4v type stuff and sending in paperwork, I consider that that's in the field of what they're talking about. Becoming a creditor, and stand away from debting. I didn't argue with them. I didn't accuse anybody of anything. I came to the conversation as if I felt very comfortable and took control of it and proposed it in such a way that they felt like I knew what I was talking about. I had too much information, or yeah, I don't really know. But you know, and I'm mentioning this, but I bet you a lot of people haven't done that. You know, most people give them that deposit and forget about it, but that's your money. So, all you A4Vers and sovereigns or anything, get back at me. I'm sorry I had to break out my old camera and my old mic because my other system's down. So I'm sorry the picture's dark, but I'm dark. But it was fun. It was challenging, and a lot of you might think that it was nothing, but it's still creative. You know, it's still creative commerce, and it's the knowledge that it's just knowing what you need to know. All right, my name's Long Dread 7, and I love all you guys, and creditors on the move.